Bobby Petrino is set to return to Arkansas to be the offensive coordinator. Now, only college football would this happen. Only in college football could a storyline like this that belongs in a reality TV show come to life. So if you're wondering why this is so surprising and why this is getting so much buzz, and maybe you're seeing some tweets with a picture of Bobby Petrino wearing a neck brace at a press conference already in Arkansas gear. So if you're just now joining, you're like, what is going on? Why is it even a story? To give you the synopsis, Bobby Petrino was at one point in time the head coach at Arkansas. Pretty successful head coach at Arkansas, actually. To give you the headline, he was dishonest and immoral in some of his things he did at Arkansas. Had an affair with someone on staff, got someone a job that was his mistress, or was trying to get someone a job that was a mistress, going past different guidelines you would have to go through to get an individual a job. Obviously, a conflict of interest there. Was dishonest about the relationship as a whole with the university. So all that's to say, Bobby Petrino and Arkansas had a bad breakup when he was previously the head coach. Now, Sam Pittman is like, hey, I need an OC. Scored 24 points a game last year. And who do they go to? But one Bobby Petrino. I think there's a couple of things we got to say here. First of all, would I personally, if I were in control, hire Bobby Petrino to be my offensive coordinator at a place where there's already some negative history? No, I would not. One, because just from the outside looking in, if there's a track record of dishonesty there, I would feel uncomfortable hiring them in a position of power on my football team. So that's first. Second of all, I don't know that this is a good idea just based on the distraction that it brings to Arkansas. Like the fact that we're talking so much about what he was at Arkansas several years ago, and we're seeing the memes come up of him in a neck brace, like that's a distraction for your football team. That takes away from the ultimate goal. No matter how big it is or how small it is, the distraction itself is a distraction. And it keeps us from our ultimate goal of winning football games. So that's where I sit. But the major caveat here is that I'm not making this hire. Sam Pittman is. And the things that the public and myself feel uncomfortable about with Bobby Petrino, we don't get to have any more information on. We just have our thought on it from the headline and from what we hear, and we just say, okay, that's our opinion. Sam Pittman gets to actually sit down man-to-man with Bobby Petrino, have a conversation. I would imagine they unpacked some of his mistakes when he was previously at Arkansas, and have a conversation of like, hey, where do we go from here? He gets to look this man in the eye and make his own decision based on information that nobody else has from the outside looking in. And so in that situation, I think I'm a little bit more understanding of Sam Pittman making this move. Not that I agree with it, not that I would do it myself, but I think I understand. And the thing I would also say is he's not hiring to be the head coach. Like Sam Pittman isn't trading jobs with Bobby Petrino and saying, okay, now you're going to be the face of this whole operation. Reason why that's important, your offensive coordinator is much less front-facing than your head coach. Bobby Petrino being the head coach, I would probably have a major issue with him being the offensive coordinator. If Sam Pittman feels good about it, he's betting his job on it. To be clear, Sam Pittman, there was so much buzz around him being fired and not coming back. He understands now. He doesn't have like this huge runway to work with. You would imagine he's got 1 year, maybe less than that if they don't start out hot. He is betting his job on Bobby Petrino. Make no mistake about it. But like I said, the distraction of as a whole with Bobby Petrino, I think you can manage it because it'll kind of be like a back-of-house chef. I did hotel administration in college. That was my major. Talk a lot about back-of-house versus front-of-house. You don't really see the back-of-house. The chef is in the kitchen. Bobby Petrino is going to be in the box calling the game. So you'll see a couple of shots to him during the game, I'm sure on the broadcast. But like if you go to a game, you're not seeing Bobby Petrino. You're not seeing Bobby Petrino being the face of Arkansas football. You're going to see the product. You're going to probably see his name on different things from, your program you get when you walk in, and you'll know that he's the OC. You'll know he's the chef. You'll know he's back there. You'll consume the product that is his offense. You'll consume the product that is what the chef makes you. But outside of that, like he will sort of be in the back of your mind. Like he'll be an afterthought whenever you score a touchdown. You might, after the game, come back and say, wow, that was a really good call by Bobby Petrino. Hey, that was a great game plan he called, or the opposite of that. But as a whole, like it's not a thing where he's just going to be in your face on the sideline every single weekend, and you have to live with the reality and live with the memory that keeps coming up of him in a neck brace and what happened with him previously at Arkansas. So all that's to say, man, like the things, again, that concern people, the things that I would not hire Bobby Petrino for, Sam Pittman actually gets to dig into and do some research on. And I think that's worth talking about. Again, I want to make sure we leave with this. Sam Pittman is betting his job on Bobby Petrino. If he feels good about it, and I imagine there's going to be a short leash here, probably a close eye, you would imagine, from Sam Pittman or the powers that be at Arkansas. If he feels good about it, all right, let's roll the dice and let's see what happens. But only in college football could that be a reality, and could that be a story we talk about today, with Bobby Petrino coming back and being the offensive coordinator at Arkansas. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.